welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a really fun video for you, and I'm so excited because I have set up a new filming space. I've got a proper studio now. So ever since we moved into this house, I didn't really have a proper filming location set up because I thought it'd be really cool to like film in different parts of the house and like, you know, each time have a different kind of background. And that just ended up not really working out for me because it just is such a nuisance. Like, I don't know if you guys know how many actual things you have to set up when you're starting to film a video and you want good lighting and stuff. Each time I wanted to film a video, having to spend like hours setting everything up. Now I've got a setup here that I'm pretty happy with. I might do a little bit of tweaks here and there, but let me know if you guys like the setup. I feel like the lighting is a lot better because I got new lights and I've done some tweaking. The only thing is I'm not sure if you can hear like a buzzing sound because I have some lights here as well, and I had to get new bulbs for them, and the bulbs have like a built-in ventilation system. I didn't even know that existed, and it didn't say that on the website when I ordered them. So they have like an audible kind of sound, like you can hear a humming sound, but I'm not quite sure if it actually picks up in the video. So I will see once I edit this if it does pick up. Let me know if you hear like an annoying sound in the background. If not, then maybe I'll just keep them. So today I'm doing a springtime look, and I'm gonna be doing like a whole foundation routine, how to get that super glowy bomb ass skin. I love this kind of more lighter makeup, lighter textures, sheer textures, no heavy powder, no baking, none of these like millions of steps. I just love these kind of more glowy, lighter looks, like more sheer looks, that just really allow your natural skin to show through. Let me know if you want to see more videos like of this kind of variety. Thank you guys so much for watching already in advance. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's finally get started. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be doing like a full-blown makeup tutorial. I feel like I haven't done that in so long. MAC Face and Body. And this is really a foundation that I do wear in my personal life, like off camera if I'm just going out somewhere, because it is very, very nice and light, and it just feels really like I'm not wearing any foundation. And I feel like my skin is pretty good, but even if your skin is not perfect, I'll show you how you can fix or like make areas maybe where you have blemishes or where you have like places to cover, how you can make this work. So I like to just apply this with my fingers. I feel like I just get the best results this way. And I like to just kind of rub this on as if I'm applying like sunscreen or face cream or anything like that. This is not like rocket science. If I apply this with my fingers and I'm kind of rubbing it in, sometimes my face will get a little bit red just from the actual like motion, you know? So I'm just trying to use really light hands. Like I'm not like trying to rub really hard, but I mean, that redness does kind of settle back down. So it's only like kind of a temporary redness. Usually by the end that I've applied my makeup, it's like gone already. I have the absolute lightest shade. I think it's called N1. Because it's a very sheer formula, it is very forgiving. So if you don't have like the perfect shade, it'll probably work on your skin tone anyway, just because you don't need like a perfect match for this. Okay, so now the foundation is on. I like to just kind of see, you know, if there is some areas that does need more coverage. So I feel like here my chin could just maybe use a smidgen more. So what I like to do in those areas is either use a little bit of concealer or something, just go over, but sometimes what I also like to do is just use a little bit more of a heavier coverage foundation in that area. So I'm gonna use this Vichy Derma Blend. Maybe here, maybe across my nose. And I just work that in. Even those areas where I do need a bit more coverage, I don't want it to be like super heavy and cakey. The mix of like a really light foundation and then like a really heavy foundation can look kind of strange. So I kind of almost apply it a little bit more sheer. So for concealer today, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever HD. I know they have recently reformulated these and I haven't tried the new one, but I really wanna like use this up. Just apply this with a makeup brush actually. This one is by Smashbox. And I'm just gonna go over that whole eye area with this and then use the sponge to blend things in. So next I'm just gonna quickly set the under eye. I'm not gonna powder my whole face yet, but I'm just gonna do the under eye powder by Fenty. This is actually the lavender setting powder. I'm just gonna set here and across my eyes. So I'm not gonna do my whole face yet because I wanna do some cream products still on my face. So I don't wanna put powder like here on my cheeks and stuff, because if I'm gonna be doing a cream after, it will start like pilling and not blending properly. I am gonna be using a cream blush today, and I'm gonna be using this one by MAC. Now, I think this was limited edition, like a lot of MAC products. I don't know if you can get like this exact one. This one's called For Your Amusement. I just sanitized it, I sprayed it with some alcohol and wiped it off so that it's nice and fresh. And what I like to do is get the cream blush like onto the brush, but then kind of tap it off first on the back of your hand so that you're not getting like too much product, especially if you have lighter skin like mine, because that can kind of, if you go immediately from this to the cheeks, sometimes you'll get too much. And what you can actually do is just pick up some of the excess product back onto the brush, tapping that on, working backwards. And I'm trying not to like drag too much because that's gonna maybe move around some of the foundation underneath. So I'm just gonna get a little bit more. Tap and do like little kind of bouncy motion. I'm gonna try this product by Hourglass. This is their Champagne Flash. It's like a cream highlighter. You just, you know, push it up and the stick, it's kind of like a stick format cream light highlighter. And I'm gonna give this a second try because the first time I ever tried it, I didn't like the result because it really moved around the product on my skin and it just looked patchy and weird. Let's just see. I'm gonna get a smaller brush. This is a Hakuhodo brush because last time I kind of just went like this and then I kind of dabbed it with my finger and that just really moved the product around. It's not quite light enough, I think, for my, I don't know, maybe you can, oh yeah, I can see it now. It is just barely on the side of being light enough for me. It could be even a shade lighter for me, light golden shade, but almost a little bit too dark. Oh yeah, that kind of does work though. Putting it on with a brush, I'm having better success than doing it like with my fingers, so. Okay, next up I decided I am gonna use just a little bit of bronzer, and I really wanted to try out this one. I've tried it once and I actually did like how it looked. This is actually by Catrice. So this is the Sun Lover Glow Bronzing Powder. So it feels like super fine. The color is really, really light. I don't know if this comes in different shades. At my store, they only have this one shade. The shade is beautiful if you have super fair skin. If you have like darker skin, this is not gonna work for you. This one has like a slight sheen. So this is why I was interested in it. I saw a lot of reviews on this and a lot of people compared this to the Hourglass one, saying that the texture is like really similar to the Hourglass one. And of course, this is like a fraction of the cost. So I actually do like this color. It's a good buildable color on me. I feel like I'm looking so glowy, but like in a good way, not like super oily, but just super glowy. This is the So Chill Coconut Primer Water. I mean, you can use it as a primer, but I can also use it as a finishing spray. I like to do this actually before I do my eye makeup because sometimes it can kind of mess up the eye makeup, so. So for eyeshadows, I like to keep things pretty simple. Like for this look, I'm gonna keep it really simple because I wanna do like a fun lip color. So I'm gonna just do something really neutral. These two new palettes came in the mail a couple days ago and I really wanted to try them out. These are by Pixi. There we go, Pixi by Petra. Natural Beauty Eye Reflection Shadow Palette. This one's kind of a more cool toned, neutral palette. Eye Reflection Shadow Palette, and this is in Reflex Light. So this one is definitely more warm toned. This one is more cool tone. You can see the comparison there. The one that I'm really interested in is actually the cool tone palette. So I'm gonna try this one here, and I've honestly never tried their shadow palettes. I have tried some of their skincare products. I'm not gonna do a super complicated eye look. This is not gonna be some like 10-minute eye tutorial. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Metallic Rose. I already have an eyeshadow base on, by the way. I have the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Okay, so in the crease, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here in the middle, this one right there. These colors are actually really appealing to me for like an everyday, very neutral toned palette. The pigmentation on the mattes is a little bit more sort of sheer. Like it does look a little bit more sheer in tone. They're blending really nice. Like I'm not having any fallout issue at all. The frosty ones are pigmented, but the neutrals, I mean the mattes, are a little bit more sheer tone, but I think that's fine. They're definitely nothing like as heavy in pigmentation as like Juvia's Place or something like that, if you're familiar with that brand. It looks very natural, which is exactly what I'm going for. That's kind of what I like to wear most days. Under the brow, I'm gonna use this shade right here. Okay, I just wanted to show you there is a little bit of kick up and dust coming off these palettes, like not the shimmery shades. The shimmery shades are really nice. The matte shades are quite dusty. This kind of palette would be fine if you want like a very natural, very subtle, not like Instagram-y makeup type of look. Like if you want something that's more everyday, something that you can wear to work, to the office, whatever. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes, do mascara, fill in my brows a little bit, and then I'll show you guys what I'm gonna be doing on the lips. Okay, so next I wanted to do a really fun pink lip color. This is MAC Chatterbox. This is one that I always like to go back to. I've already used like a fair amount of this lipstick. I'm actually not gonna use a lip liner or anything for this. Love this color. You can leave it like that. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this lip gloss on top. This is one that I always go back to. I think I wanna get this in more colors because I only have this in one shade. This is the shade 04. It's the 3D Hydra Lip Gloss by Kiko. It has like little multi-colored little tiny micro glitter in it. Not like chunky, you can feel it on your lips type of glitter. It just makes your lips look super juicy and super glossy. So the last thing that I might do sometimes, I don't do this all the time, but you know, it can look nice to have just like a lighter color on the waterline, like a skin tone color. I'm gonna use a white right now because I can't find my skin tone shade, and that just totally makes your eyes look bright and awake. You know, my skin looks like so glowy, and it's just because I haven't used a whole bunch of powder and like no baking and all these kind of, I feel like, unnecessary steps. Like this is kind of the makeup that I think looks actually really good in real life. Like if I go out on the street, this is gonna look good rather than just something that looks good on Instagram or something that just looks good in a YouTube video. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more from me, make sure to hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell notification right beside the subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.